Welcome to Live with Aaron and Kelly. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And we have another big show today.
We have a huge show, and I feel like I haven't been here for a while.
Well,
I'm excited to be in the studio, and we have an amazing in-studio guest.
Yes.
And we have a lot to talk about. We also have a phone interview later on. Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to believe who we have.
NFL and America Ninja Warrior.
Aaron, I want to be an American Ninja Warrior.
You are already American Ninja Warrior. Yeah.
You know what,
just not NBC qualified.
Well, not NBC qualified yet, although we are on NBC, so I think I am an NBC Ninja Warrior.
Sure. Okay. So, but it's almost like having you as a guest because you've been away a couple weeks.
Yes.
Why have you been away?
Well, because of Step It Up. As you guys know, we talk about it all year round. We talk about the program Step It Up. And for more information, you could go to stepitupllc.com. It's the program that I have with Hannah Stedman where we work with young dancers from all over the country.
Awesome program.
And we've actually had a girl from the UK this year. When I tell you that they literally stepped it up this year, they did. They did everything from a music video with MC Light, which just came last minute. An executive producer by the name of Claude Brooks contacted Hannah and I, and they were like, oh, we need some extra people on set, some dancers. So not only did they get to be in the music video with MC Light, but they also got to do choreography. They got to dance. So now they can put that on their resume, something that's real, something that's going to actually be on television. So, and with MC Light, like, she's legendary. Anybody who's into hip hop and old school hip hop knows who MC Light is. And then
do her and MC Hammer ever get together, or?
I don't know about that, Aaron, but she did come out around the same time, I believe. She came up with like Queen Latifah and all that. Do you listen to hip hop at all, Aaron?
No.
Okay, well, I do, and I totally remember. I remember the music video, UNITY. So anybody who's listening right now, they know who I'm talking about right now.
Awesome. I have to say I saw the ending of this because you do a showcase after every class, which is describe the showcase. It's kind of behind the scenes, right? Sure.
After the program is over, we do a Step It Up showcase, and we actually did a red carpet showcase at Sal's Comedy Hall off of Melrose. So it was something we never have done before. We kind of made it small and intimate, and this time we invited people that we didn't know, like the public. There were people from Fox that came through, again, a couple of executive producers. So it was really kind of, the pressure was on us as a group to present great work so that it stood, like, the girls would be seen in a good light. And
well, besides them being in a good light, I mean, they're such characters. I can't wait to see more. And we're going to talk more about the Step It Up program later on in the show, so stay tuned. But we have with us right now through the process, you get a lot of people involved.
Yes, we do. And one of the things that we were most proud of that we have never done with the Step It Up program, we did a PSA. And the PSA this year was for an anti-bullying program called Utterly Global that's located on the East Coast. And we teamed up with them. We reached out like earlier in the year and we teamed up with them, and the collaboration was amazing. We were so lucky to have a makeup artist for the PSA that we did this year, and I am so privileged to have her in studio. We have Emily Shaw. Thank you for coming today.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so blessed to have met you. You're so sweet.
Emily, talk a little bit about LFI Cosmetics.
Okay, so I became a professional makeup artist at 20, and as I started to investigate and to communicate with my customers, they really wanted to learn about proper makeup application, and that was so very important for me to want to share my talent, my techniques with them. So I decided to start a cosmetic line, and I have a YouTube channel that I teach all my techniques on.
Oh, really? What's the YouTube?
It is amazing.
What's the YouTube channel?
It's www.youtube.com/Emily L. Shaw.
Oh, pretty easy.
Okay, Aaron, it is so cool. She knows how to do makeup kind of like, she's done makeup like Nicki Minaj makeup. Like, that tutorial is amazing. I mean, it is amazing how she will pick a type of makeup and then just totally transform her face. Like, like, you look so different when you do those tutorials.
Yes.
It's amazing what you do with makeup.
And I'm a little chameleon too, because I love to change my hair. So I haven't actually done a recent makeup tutorial with my fun hair, so I can't wait to go back to the drawing board and
yeah, it is cool. It is cool. I saw you with long hair, I think, in a couple of the pictures. When did you go short?
Just recently, I just decided that I really wanted to do a pixie cut, and I'm like, you know what? I'm 28 years old, and I want to have fun. I want to, do different types of hairstyles. So what I decided to do was go ahead and just change my look and become a little chameleon and have fun with changing my makeup. And it's so crazy how you could totally change your makeup with your hair, and it's no longer makeup nowadays. It's more of like an accessory.
Well,
it's so important.
And makeup for guys too, listening and watching. I mean, it is important for you guys too when it comes down to either it be television or a red carpet that you got to be on. I mean, I've been on the carpet and I've seen like packed on foundation on these guys, and I was thinking why, and then I took pictures and I realized why they needed it. What is it guys should be doing that they're not doing now?
You know what? That's there's lots of fun projects that are coming to LFI, and that's definitely one of them. And I definitely want to share with men that it's okay to wear a moisturizer tint.
Yes,
that's okay. It has a little bit of coverage, and I feel bad because a lot of people think like a guy's wearing makeup as bad thing. You know, when really, I mean, I feel bad if they have an actual pimple or something that they want to go ahead and hide. If someone's going to mock them or bully them and say, "Oh my gosh, he's wearing makeup." I think it's great that men are able to use a moisturizer tint and to have coverage. I mean, it's not like they're
It's funny you bring that out because as a teen, I did have to put makeup on, and because I didn't know how to put on, they're like, I had people going, "Are you wearing makeup?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's a pimple, okay? Like, get over it." So that's important.
Yeah.
Now you worked with the Step It Up program for the PSA. What was your experience like?
It was, when I first got there, it was obviously we had our little heart to heart with everyone. So it was very emotional. I think everyone was, I'm glad we didn't start makeup earlier because everyone's makeup and mascara would be running.
Aww.
So it was such a great little heart to heart. And I just really was able to connect with you and with the girls when we had our little, heart to heart with them.
Yeah,
So.
I just have to applaud Emily. Not only did she do a great job with the makeup, but she really impacted those girls' lives. And I think that's something that we can all take. We talk to a lot of entertainers on this show, a lot of artists, and not only should we be about the craft, but we should also be about giving back to the community. It's good to be about the craft. Nothing wrong with that. But give back to the community as well. Mentor as much as you can. I just want to applaud you again for doing that. Where do you see LFI in the next 5 years? What's the plan, girlfriend?
We have, oh my gosh, the plan. There's so much that I can tell you about, but let me go ahead and just give you a quick down low of what I'm doing now. I'm actually in the process of going to different beauty schools, and once a month I'm a guest speaker there, and I teach proper makeup application to the students that are in the school. And eventually, once they graduate, it's 11-month program. Once they graduate, they'll become an LFI consultant. So
cool.
Eventually, I want to make it into a multi-level market.
That's awesome. And you've also worked on a lot of big projects. What are some of your projects that you've worked on?
Let's see. There's so many. I've done a couple of actresses that I'm proud of. I'm sure you guys know Twilight.
Yeah. Whoa. Who on Twilight?
I did Safrina. Do you remember her?
Of course. Okay, shoot. I just let it out of the bag. I'm a Twilight fan, huh? That's not right. That's so not right. I mean, no, I heard of her. Yeah. She's beautiful.
And a good friend of mine, I actually was so proud to be a part of the grand opening for Stacey Tukey's dance company.
Oh, cool.
So I love her. She's so sweet, so kind. I also did her for the Grammys for her nominee, or Emmys, I should say, for her nominees. And who else? I mean, Keisha is a really good friend of mine, Keisha Nichols from the Basketball Wives. I did her for the Basketball Wives reunion. So there's lots of people in.
And Aaron and Kelly very, very soon for the red carpet.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna steal you. We're gonna steal you because you're so good.
I know. Now we have in studio. We actually pulled her in off the street practically. And she was so kind to come on. Jess, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we pulled you in because we want to do a makeover on you. Not that you need it, because we can see you don't. But is there anything that you want help with personally, like to learn more?
Yes. It's so easy to just throw on colors on your face because, it's fun. But it's really hard.
Is that why? Because it's fun?
It's
you like
fun,
to do it?
You just mess with your face. You give yourself a whole new look. But it's not easy to blend them in sometimes, the colors in your eyes, and it really makes a difference how you blend them in, the shapes you put on the sides, you know. So I would like to learn more how to blend them in right. I don't want to look, you know.
So what's your idea for her? Just describe what you think you're going to do with her.
You know what? She said that she was wanting to blend out the sides. And that's what's really important, too, about being a makeup artist is you really want to investigate. And, you know, you really want to communicate with your person that's in the chair, your client, your customer. And so she was talking about, you know, outer corners and blending. So she was talking about earlier that she wanted to blend two colors together. So we can do a little pretty light smoky eye and show her how to blend.
All right. Okay.
I'm excited.
So we're going to let you do that. We're going to go to a break. And when we get back, we've also got, oh my God, from American Ninja Warrior.
I can't wait.
Great interview. So stay tuned right after this. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
We'll be right back right after this.
Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break loose, get loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down. Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break loose, get loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down.
Welcome to Live with Aaron and Kelly. It's what you've been waiting for. We are here with Akbar from American
Ninja Warrior.
Woo! How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing great this morning. How are you guys doing?
We're
Oh,
doing good.
fantastic,
I before we jump into this interview, I just want to ask you, how do I get on the show? Because I want to be a ninja warrior.
Okay, well, well, that's good. I'm glad that you know what? This is when I can say I can get a little big time here. I'll have my people contact your people to get to the people to get to American Ninja Warrior.
That's good. That'll work.
I like that answer. I love that answer. Now, seriously, though, like if people want to be on this show, what is the best way that they can train to get on the show?
Well, you know, you just really go on to AmericanNinjaWarrior.com's website, and they'll have and they'll post up the audition times when they're going to go out to audition guys, and you know they'll tell you what city they're in. You know, so the website will follow them on Twitter at Ninja Warrior, and they'll always be posting that kind of stuff up. So you know, people who really want to test it, because we have a lot of people come out, not only try out and audition, but when you get to talk about the people who are actually running the course, they're people who come from all over the U.S. just to make it in some of those qualifying cities.
Now, Akbar, I want the insider scoop, though. Seriously, like, do I train my whole body, my upper body, my lower body, everything?
Your mind?
Yeah, is it a mental thing?
Well, I'll give you the order. You want to first train the mind, you know, because mentally, if you are defeated mentally, I don't care how prepared you are physically, you don't have a chance. And we've seen that. We saw that the course, and that's what makes this course so intimidating. You know, American Ninja Warriors, we traveled through the United States. We went from Venice Beach, California, to Baltimore, Maryland, down to South Beach, Miami, Florida, and then to Denver, Colorado. And what we saw is the people who failed at it were the people who were already mentally defeated by just looking at the course. I mean, it's an intimidating course. Think of a course just in the qualifying round. The course is about as long as a football field. I mean, you're doing a course about as long as a football. That is very challenging. And so for these guys, I mean, it can be very hard to comprehend the amount of physical, output that they have to put in. So the second level would be your upper body strength, your upper body, and then lower body.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you said the length of a football field, and that is your background. That's how we all know you. Did you ever think, when you were in the position of playing for the NFL, that you would then in turn become a commentator, and also for a show like this?
Well, you know, I can say this has been one of the coolest experiences for me in my entire life outside of playing for the National Football League. When I had this opportunity to say, hey, look, we'd like for you to host the American Ninja Warrior, I was honored. I really was. And to be a part of this family, it's a great group of people. I mean, working with Matt Eisman, Jen Brown. I mean, just really good people. And then all the people, behind the scenes, the producers, the executive producers, all those people are great. But I never imagined it to this magnitude. I mean, this is bigger than what I dreamed, especially because, although it's entertainment, it's sports entertainment, but it's real. It's not a WWF or WWE. This is real. None of this stuff is fabricated. What you see on television is real. These guys are really trying to figure out how to beat the hardest course in the world.
Well, I can appreciate that. Thank you so very much for sharing that, because we love what you're doing. In fact, I will say this right off the bat. And he told me to say this, by the way.
Yeah.
My best friend, Paul, who is my Boston bureau chief, I'm just going to say that he actually typed that out literally. He wants you to know that he's a huge fan of yours, and he'd love for you to help him out with his fantasy football draft. So any tips on that?
Yeah, okay. First off, here's the tip, and you can tell him. First, you want to make sure you grab a running back first. So if I were him, if he's in that top three, you want to go Adrian Peterson, Arian Foster, and don't forget about Jamal Charles from the Kansas City Chiefs. So you get one of those guys, or Ray Rice, one of those guys early. You want to start off with running back. A lot of people are going to want to try to make a run for quarterback. Don't do it. Don't fall into that trap. If you do that, your first two picks are running backs, you'll be good. He'll be good. Just tell Paul I said so.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. We also put it out on Twitter and Facebook, and we got a lot of questions. One question was from Aphrodisiac. She says, Raider Nation, got love for you, Akbar. What pro sport can truly prepare someone for American Ninja?
Oh, boy. Well, I would probably say more than anything, maybe something like, professional sport. Wow. I don't know that, to be honest with you, there's not a professional sport out there right now that we know of, as far as the American standard of sports, of professional sports. When we're talking about soccer, hockey, football, basketball, none of those sports will really prepare you for American Ninja Warrior. The one thing I would say, there's a position that I would say that could help you out a lot, and that's like the running back in football. And that's because they have very good vision, because you have to be very good and disciplined with your eyes for American Ninja Warrior, because a lot of the stuff you're leaping onto things, and so you have to have very good depth perception. You have to have very good peripheral vision, because not all the time will you be looking at everything. So sometimes your body has to work, in independent of each other. One hand is here, your other hand is here. You got to prop your leg on one. So you've got to be very good balance with that. So to answer Aphrodisiac, there is no, that's a funny Twitter name, there is no one sport, professional sport, that prepares you for American Ninja Warrior. It really is that difficult.
Well, I'm going to get LASIK surgery then, because I think that would be my promise, is the vision. But now, a lot of families are fortunate to have at least one family member playing in the league, but yours has more than one. Can you talk about that?
Man, what a great honor. My brother, who I started playing football after him because I watched him play. I was a basketball player. Went to Crenshaw High School here in Los Angeles, then went on to San Diego State. He got drafted to the Green Bay Packers. In fact, just last weekend, this past weekend actually, he was inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame.
Oh, my God.
And so, so
Okay,
that was pretty
I got to
cool
say something
for the
there.
induction ceremony.
Packers, Green Bay Packers? Is that what we're talking about
Green
right
Bay
now?
Packers.
Okay, you're talking
absolutely.
to a Chicago Bears fan right now. I don't know if I can clap for that right now. I'm happy for your brother, but I'm sorry, I'm going to be rooting against him all year. I'm just being honest with you. I'm born and raised in Chicago, baby. I'm born and raised in Chicago, and I can't switch the teams.
I can switch
it's in my
teams
blood.
anywhere. I'll go everywhere, so I'm with you.
But congratulations to your brother. I'll root for him. I just can't root for Green Bay.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor. I mean, we're very lucky and privileged in the Gbaja Biamila household to be able to have, for my parents to be able to have two kids play in the NFL. It really has been an honor, and just the experience has been cool.
So, do your parents ever get involved in it, or
are they aware of how big you guys are, or are they just those are that's my family,
my little munchkins?
Yeah.
You know what? I think because both my parents grew up in Nigeria, where football was soccer, and so now my dad has a very good understanding now of football, but very reserved and just watches. Even at the Hall of Fame, just internalizes a lot of things. Just think, wow, like, I'm very proud of my boys. But I don't know that he really understands the magnitude of how big American football after all these years. And even my mom, who passed away 10 years ago, but even at the time didn't have that awareness of how big it is. Oh, okay. I mean, I remember when Tupac Shakur was at the height of his career. My mom couldn't even tell you. So it's just a different culture. They're just from different worlds.
Sure.
Well, it's funny. Sometimes they don't tell you, and they know inside, and they just don't want to get your head so big, And I think they did a great job with you.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They did a beautiful job with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
So thank you so very much, Akbar, for spending time with us. And we're going to be watching American Ninja Warrior.
You guys, fantasy football season is coming up. And so if you need anything, hit me up on Twitter at Akbar_Gbaja. That's GBAJA. And I'll help you out with your fantasy stuff.
Perfect. I know.
Awesome.
I know. Paul will be hitting you up.
Oh, absolutely. Amadeus 2K. He's going to be following you. All right. He'll be your little stalker.
All right.
Actually, he's your big stalker. He's 6'7".
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So Akbar.
Oh my gosh. Paul Lane is going to be so jealous.
Right. I know.
Paul is going to.
Yeah. Seriously, he told me to say all that. Like, he typed.
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Lane found out that we were doing this interview, and he said, "Tell him exactly." And he gave me verbatim, so that was verbatim for Paul. So, Paul, big shout out to you.
Yes, we love you, Paul. We definitely had to mention you in this interview.
Yeah. So, again, American Ninja Warrior, go check it out. We interviewed Jen Brown a couple weeks ago, and she talked about being on there and being, they do it as well. They've done the chorus, maybe not finished it.
Right.
But,
I think is so cute about the interview that we just had is that he talks about how his parents are from Nigeria, and so they didn't get the magnitude of what football is. And I think so many times, like, I grew up around a lot of first generation kids, and so sometimes when you come over here, you don't get the, what you think football is soccer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like, what's this game? Oh, you're doing well, son. Good. So it's just kind of cute to see that, and what a humble guy he is.
He's fantastic.
And now we can hit him up about the fantasy football. I know my dad will probably be hitting him up now.
Oh, he does fantasy football?
I
don't
think
do fantasy
I think my
football.
dad and my brothers and everybody's into that. Yeah.
Maybe I'm afraid to check it out. Then I'll be like on Facebook fantasy football.
You'll have too many things going.
All the F's.
and they're well, not all the F's, Aaron. All right, you guys. They're telling us to
I'm
go
working on it.
Oh, good. And they're telling us to go to break on that F note.
We'll be right back.
All right,
after
and when
this.
we get back, we will be seeing what Emily Shaw did with the lovely Jess with her makeup, and we'll be talking more about Step It Up. More when we get back, live with Aaron and Kelly.
Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break your skin loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down. Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break your skin loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down.
Welcome back to Live with Aaron and Kelly. I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez, and it is that time to talk about more of Step It Up LLC.
Step it up.
StepItUpLLC.com. You and your partner started this 3 years ago, and I've seen it every year progress like more. And this year, not only were they fantastic girls, but the footage of them doing everything that they were doing, you could really see that they loved this program.
They did. I think this year, 2013, they embodied the vision that we had 3 years ago. Not to say that the other students in the past haven't, but we always saw this program as the girls actually being put in real life situations where they would be working. So this year, not only did we do a PSA with a real anti-bullying program by the name of Utterly Global, but we also got a call to do an MC Light music video. 3 of the girls went and took class at the Edge Dance Studio, and a choreographer by the name of Andre Fuentes picked them to then rehearse and shoot on a red cam a choreography piece that's going to be pitched to Britney Spears.
Whoa.
As far as choreography.
Wow.
These girls were in town for like 12 days total, but they got here. It was really just a 10-day program.
And that's what I want to bring out, because for those just tuning in, Step It Up LLC is a dance mentorship program, right?
Right.
Now, and what's different between this and so this doesn't exist? I would think this already exists.
It doesn't. There's nothing out there like this. And although most of the girls are dancers, one of the girls by the name of Cece Dawson, although she does have a dance background, she's a singer, and that's what she's going to pursue. But so we do welcome actors and singers. Just primarily, most of our students have been dancers, but we see it moving in a direction where maybe there's an actor that's 16 years old in Missouri and has no opportunity to really see what it's like in LA, and we will give her dance classes. We will give her a singing class, just like all our dancers get. Our dancers, they come out here and they do get acting classes. They are forced to sing, and it's great because it opens them up to the reality that LA offers you. I mean, if you just do one thing, that's fine, and you can be great at it. But so often, when you audition and you're put in a position of acting, you do so many things.
Well, and I noticed that they were talking a lot about, you had some that now want to host, which weren't thinking of that as an option before. And then when you bring in people from all different industries to talk to them about how dancing is different from the East Coast to the West Coast, how theater is different from East Coast to West Coast, and they really are able to ask those questions of them. I could tell that they were really inspired.
Yeah, the section of the program that you're speaking about is the Q&A portion, and we bring in professionals in the industry. Actually, everybody who works with the girls and mentors the girls are professionals. They are working in the industry, and I think that's one point that makes this program so unique. Is if for instance, if I'm going to college in I don't know, Idaho, it's not to say that the teachers don't know what they're talking about, but they might not necessarily be currently working in the industry in Los Angeles, especially currently.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Right. And then also, I think what makes this program so special is there were only 12 girls. So oftentimes these girls are going to take workshops and they're taking dance classes, which is great. They should be. But they're going with hundreds and hundreds of other girls, where in this program, it's 12 girls. They not only are able to bond with each other, and they come from all over the country, and they form these beautiful relationships that will carry on throughout their life, but they also get the intimacy of talking to our industry guests. We brought Lisa and Terry from To Go Talent, one of the top dance agencies in Los Angeles, and it's just 12 girls that get to sit down and talk with them, and every actor and dancer knows what I'm talking about. You don't get an hour to sit down with an agent and talk with them in a small setting like that. Normally you would have to pay a ton of money to do something like that. The agents would just kind of give you the quick rundown and they'd be out. So they really spend time, and I have to give them a huge shout out because they've supported our program
from
since
the
day
beginning.
one.
I remember that. Yeah. And again, you had other actors. You had, I have to do a shout out because he was on our show, Gerald Webb.
Yes, Gerald Webb came through.
Was there.
He was fantastic.
And we found out that Gerald Webb did Sharknado. He cast that, which is huge right now. And then, of course, who other than Mr. Barney himself?
Yeah, we had the guy who played Barney, David Joyner.
Yeah.
He also played Hip Hop Harry, and he's an actor. If you IMDb him, he is a working actor. So not only has he done the costume stuff, but he's done tons of stuff on television.
And he said something that stuck with me because he couldn't put Barney on his resume at the beginning while coming here to the West Coast.
Yeah.
He had to do other things. So he was teaching them that you got to know everything. Some of them, and it's true, people get focused, and if we're just hosting, we don't know how to edit, or if you're in the entertainment industry, learn other things. And again, I was there, and so of course I benefited. I feel like a Step It Up alumni. Honorary.
Well, Aaron, you helped with our on-camera class. And,
yes.
And this is the third year that you've done this. You've come in and we've given the girls an on-camera class, and we'll ask them a question. We'll have them improv, and they get to, what it's like to be in front of the camera, the lavalier, like things like that.
Speaking of which, at your showcase, we had a red carpet, and you had some really cool people step in.
Yes, we did. We had some really cool people step in, and the one thing that everybody was so excited about at the red carpet was the PSA. That was the biggest feedback that we got. We did a PSA on an anti-bullying program called Utterly Global, and we want you guys to check it out right now.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can kill me.
Suicide rates among 10 to 14-year-olds have grown more than 50% over the last 3 decades.
Words hurt, even kill.
You never know how the words you say to or about somebody can affect them.
You may not see it on the outside, but hurtful words can bury themselves in the soul
and eat away at a person.
Think about the worst thing that was ever said to you.
You're so stupid. Just look at her.
Why is she so fat?
I heard she's on welfare.
Idiot.
Why would anyone want to be her friend?
She better not come over here. She sits at the gay nerd table.
White trash.
Why don't you go back to Africa?
How can you be black and white?
So let's stop bullying where it begins.
With words. You know, there are a lot of better words out there. Like, you're great.
Você é muy especial.
あなたは素晴らしい. You're special. We're very different.
But I like it. Maybe I can learn something from you.
And if you see someone being bullied,
offer them your support. You'll make their day.
So hateful words are whack.
But love isn't.
Stand up,
speak out,
end bullying. For more information on Utterly Global, visit antibullyingprograms.org.
That was very impactful, that PSA message. You know, I appreciated, especially, you know, when you see their faces and you hear the things being told to them. Sometimes we think that the abuse is physical or the bullying is physical, but a lot of verbal abuse is just the same.
That's one thing that I really loved about Utterly Global when I reached out to them and spoke with the organizers, the directors over the program. This was the first time I heard this. They have buttons that we gave the girls, and it's called Girls Against Gossip. And I thought about that, not only talking about people in a negative way to their face, but the gossiping is also a way of bullying, you know, and it doesn't, I know if I ever get into that mood where I'm starting to talk about people, I never feel good about it. It can't feel good.
You're actually good at it. You remind me, because I'm the gossiper, it seems.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be around it. It doesn't edify my spirit. You know, it doesn't build us as a community. And it's interesting, Aaron, I'm glad we're talking about this, because I saw something in the news recently about like a U.S. soldier. I don't know if you saw this, about the 14-year-old Iraqi girl who was raped by U.S. soldiers. They recently came out with the pictures. And I thought about that. And I support our troops and I support people who protect our country. But there's certain things I don't support. I don't support us feeling the need that we can treat women any way that we want, just even if they are another belief, even if they are another
period. They're human. I don't care.
I don't care if you're black, white, old, young, you have a different belief. I think right now we really need to stand up for each other, stop bullying each other, stop treating each other less than human, and start understanding ourselves, loving ourselves, so that we can understand and love each other, because it starts with us.
Can I give myself a hug? I'm going to give myself a hug.
Give yourself a hug.
Give yourself a hug. This got very emotional just right now.
Everybody give yourself a hug. We're giving ourselves hugs.
All right.
Aaron, give me a hug.
We're going to give each other hugs while you check out this interview done on the red carpet with...
Yes, we actually had Leon Thomas III from Victorious. A lot of Nickelodeon fans out there went crazy when he showed up at our red carpet. Check it out.
Hello, we are here at the Step It Up 2013 Showcase. I'm here with Leon and Chris, and we just watched the showcase. What did you think about it?
The showcase was amazing. I mean, it's just awesome to see the journey from the beginning of your process to the end, and you girls really came a long way. I'm glad to see that you guys are doing such amazing things. Yeah.
Thank you. You have anything?
It was awesome. It's awesome to see young women mentor young girls. It's great. It's great. The industry needs more of that, and that's what leads to success, mentoring. And it's very important. It's a vital part.
It is really awesome. So I understand you guys are experienced in the entertainment industry. Do you have any advice you would give to all of us who are aspiring to come out and pursue our dreams?
I mean, stay persistent. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, you get thrown a lot of loops in this industry, and, you know, just the more you work at it and just get better every day, it's very important. Yeah, definitely. Your plan B is your plan A. So just stick with it. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good or that you're, you know, just continue to develop. And have an open mind. Having an open mind is what creates success, and continue to grow.
I like that. Plan B is a plan A. I'll remember that. It's nice meeting you guys, and thank you so much for coming out.
I love that. Your plan B is your plan A. That
Love
was
it.
awesome. That was Cece Dawson stepping on the red carpet, her first time, and I think she did a fantastic job.
Yeah. The great thing about the showcase is the girls hosted it. We had Catherine Shand, who actually was the
MC
master of
host,
ceremonies.
yeah.
She was up there, and she had everybody crying, clapping. I mean, she did an amazing job. She was our UK girl, and she did amazing.
it was
Cece was on
fantastic.
the red carpet. We had Robin on the red carpet. Brianna. They did a fantastic job.
Congratulations on Step It Up. I can't
Yes.
wait for next year,
I
and I
can't
can't wait for
either.
bigger and bigger things. And if you want to check it out, go to stepitupllc.com.
That's right. And when we get back, we're going to find out what Emily Shaw has been up to with her eyeshadows and
I
her
can't wait
lip
to see
gloss.
this.
I know. I can't wait.
Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break loose, get loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down. Everybody get down like that. Everybody get down like that. If you like it, then make it clap. If you like it, then make it clap. Turn it up, break loose, get loud. We are young, don't tell us how. We should go on living now. Break the rules, let's tear it down.
Welcome back to Live with Aaron and Kelly. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And we are excited to see the after result of the whole makeover. Are you excited?
I am super excited because I know nothing about makeup. I'm one of those girls that I didn't grow up with my mom and my sisters teaching me about it. So I'm so happy we've got Emily Shaw back. We had her at the beginning of the show. And you were working on Jess's eyes. So tell us a little bit what you guys did.
Well, we used my cosmetic primer, the LFI Cosmetic Primer Bare Necessity, and we put that all over her eyelid. And then we went ahead and started to apply the eyeshadows. It's 100% minerals, so you can wear this product either wet or dry, which is awesome.
Wait, what does that mean? I'm sorry, as guys. What do you mean, wet or dry?
Oh, here we go. Aaron, keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I wasn't even going there.
Sorry, guys. Okay, go ahead.
So what's great about wearing a product wet or dry is when you use an eyeshadow, most of the time, if you wet it without it being wet, then it'll actually damage the eyeshadow or the powder itself. And so when you wet the product, you can actually, with LFI, when you wet a product, it becomes more dramatic.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So right now she's wearing it dry.
So we actually used dry from her eyebrow to her crease, and then I wanted to intensify the eyelids. So what I did is I dampened my brush with distilled water, or you can also use like a spritzer, makeup spritzer, finishing spritzer, and you wet the brush and then you apply the product on top of the eyelid, so it'll be a little more intense.
So now, it's a little moist. It's a little dry and a little wet.
I get it now. Okay.
A little bit of both.
So Jess, how do you feel now?
I loved it. It was really good. She taught me the different brushes you're supposed to use to blend it the right way. You know, light strokes. Don't do it too heavy. It was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It looks great.
Yeah, it
Thank
does.
you.
Yeah.
What colors did you use?
Oh my goodness. Okay, she probably has about 4 or 5 different eyeshadows.
Is that the key? Is that the key to blending?
Yes,
Okay.
it's really important. You can't, I mean, you could definitely use 2 eyeshadows to blend, of course. But if you really want a nice blendable smoky eye, you definitely want to use multiple eyeshadows with different colors. I personally like to use different texture eyeshadows as well. It's really important. When you use a matte eyeshadow, on the crease, and then I normally like to use like a frosty eyeshadow on the eyelid, it'll blend a lot easier than if you just used a frost for everything. It'll kind of just like look like a little blob, you know. So it's really important to do different type of textures when you're blending with the eyeshadows. The colors, you'll want to go, so we use a lighter color for the brow bone, because the highest peak of your eyes is your brow bone, so that will help with accentuating your eye shape. And then you'll go with like a natural contour in the crease, so a natural, maybe 1 to 2 shades darker in the crease, just to give some depth to your eyes. And then you can even go into the pit of the crease with a little bit of a darker eyeshadow, and then a fun eyeshadow color on the eyelid. And we also used a darker eyeshadow on the outer corners, which she said she wanted to go ahead and smoke out a little bit more.
Got
Very
it.
cool. You know what I love is the fact that you walked through some of the steps with her and like the education behind the makeup. You know, and we talked at the break about how could we see, you know, LFI cosmetics in stores, things like that. And you brought up a really interesting point that I want you to share with everybody.
Yeah, you know, it's really important. Education is so important to me. And when you're at a store, I really, you know, it would be really difficult for someone because I have so much passion as a makeup artist that sometimes people can lose their passion when they're at an actual retail store.
I've seen that. Yeah.
They get really moody. So
well, and they get sales oriented, so it's hard.
And it's all about the makeup for me and proper makeup application. So when someone is taught properly and they're able to wear their makeup, you know, in a very nice grooming manner, it represents LFI in a great way. And so if that was reversed, you know, I would never want LFI to be represented in a
negative way.
Yeah,
definitely.
So,
and I've got in my hand M&Me, which is a lip gloss. This is your favorite one.
It's my favorite one. I use it all the time on set.
Is that what you have on now, or
no? I actually have Girly on.
I love that one too.
All right.
I love all of them. I'm just like, oh my god, I want them all.
Well, they're actually on sale too right now.
Sale, ladies who are listening, hello.
10. Okay.
Yes, and they're actually full of vitamin A, C, and E.
What does that mean? I don't know what those.
They're very moisturizing to the lips.
Okay.
They're not sticky at all.
I love that.
Yeah, because when I kiss my
they're
girl,
not sticky at all, and they smell great.
Yeah, because I don't want it all on my lips when I'm kissing
when he's
her,
kissing his girls or girl, he doesn't want to make sure, you know, he doesn't want that sticky. Right? Guys don't like that. They don't want to.
I'm just going to go on dates now, and I'll be like, here, try this.
They're going to be like, what?
I know. But then they'll like it.
They'll either like it or they might question it a little bit. I'm not sure. I could, you know, it's a new day and age.
You have moisture tint on your face as
well. Exactly. I'd be all moisturized. Yeah. I'd be all,
Now, I have to say, $10, that's nothing. Like, I mean, you go into stores all the time and spend double that on lip glosses.
Yeah. And what I was telling Jess earlier is, you know, technique is so important to me, but also when you learn about something new and exciting, what's great is you're able to not really have to worry about spending so much money and breaking your bank. So when you learn about that technique, of course you want to purchase the products that you learned about. So it's a win-win situation for the customer. And that's what I really wanted to incorporate in my business.
I get mine in the 99-cent store.
You get your lip gloss at the 99-cent store?
Okay.
I can tell.
Hold on, we can tell. We'll make sure we get one for you. We'll see. We'll do a before and after picture. No, I love it. I love like the lip gloss that you have on, and I love her lips too because I think that's one of the hardest things. Even being in California, so much like my lips are dry right now, not just having like lip gloss on them. And I think especially in areas where it is so dry, having a good moisturizer. And what were the ingredients that you said that were in there again?
Vitamin A, C, and E.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing.
So very moisturizing, not too sticky because girls don't like that, you know, especially when your hair, you know, the wind brushes your hair to your lips, then you're like, you know, you have like hairy lips, and that's not
oh, tell me about it. Again, I'm going to be handing this to my dates. I'm just saying.
Instead of flowers, Aaron's going to bring a lip gloss and be like, here.
Why not? Let's break the mold, people.
Let's set a new trend in dating.
Just give a bouquet of lipsticks.
Yeah. How cool would that be? I would actually rather have that than flowers, to be quite honest with you, right, Jess?
Yes.
I mean, like, I'd rather have lip glosses
flowers
than
die.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
this will get you some action.
And you're going to do, and you correct me if I'm wrong, with Live with Aaron and Kelly, a good news giveaway.
Yes, Girly, or not Girly, I'm sorry. MME, which Girly is another one of my favorites that I actually have on my lips right now. So MME is my favorite that I use all the time on set. So it's a fun, really great natural color, and it's just going to leave your lips beautifully natural.
So we're going to give a pair of these?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
you have to make sure to follow us.
That's right, at Kelly V. Dolan or Aaron M. Sanchez on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, whatever you can find.
Yeah.
But we will be setting it up. We will be giving it out probably sometime this week.
Yeah, so make
we will
sure to
keep you
follow
posted.
us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want...
We said absolutely at the same time.
I know. Jinx, beanie jinx. So So thank you so very much for coming.
Yes, thank you, Emily, for everything.
And Jess, how do you feel now?
I love it.
You love it. Awesome. So we made Jess happy. That's the important thing. And we want to thank all of you that are watching and tuning in. We'll be here next week, same place. Just check us out and go to AaronandKellyLive.com. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
Goodbye, everyone.
Go